Hey, what's good everybody? I'm Jaron Michael, and today we're gonna be talking about some Lancers. Back in the day, the car that won on Sunday would have their cars flying off the lot come Monday morning. Let's take a look back at Japanese auto manufacturers and see how they made their impacts on Sunday, so that way they could sell on Monday. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about the Mitsubishi Lancer without first paying my respects to the car that, in my very humble opinion, started it all. And that, my friends, is the Mitsubishi Colt Galant GTO. So back in 1969, Mitsubishi unveiled this beautiful coupe that had a sedan feel. It was a more comfortable sports car. It came with a dual overhead cam. It made somewhere in the neighborhood of 125 horsepower, had a 45-liter gas tank, so that way, it would be basically more comfortable for longer drives. So this thing had everything from adjustable headrests, the, tilting steering wheel. And another thing that made it very cool is, although this felt like more of a big luxurious car, it still had, 7 gauges in the dashboard to kind of give it more of like a cockpit feel. So now that we got that out the way, it's time to talk about Lancers. And contrary to everybody's belief, the Lancer actually did not originally release in 1992. That was the Lancer Evolution. Right, which means there was a Lancer before the Evolution. Yes, you get it now. So the Lancer actually originally released back in 1973. And with it entering into these wonderful rally races and, racing the car around the world, it kind of started making a name for itself. It won the Australian Rally in 73, then it doubled down, went back in 74 and won the African Safari, which is pretty cool if you ask me. But those were the two things, or the two big wins, that kind of set it in stone that Mitsubishi is now a motorsports company. Now they build streetable race cars. So if you think about it, after you get out, you win a few races, you do your thing, now what happens? Everybody's like, yo, I want that, right? I want that car. It goes back to the theory, right? So you win on Sunday, now you sell on Monday. Yes, they got it. They took notes from the other companies that would go out, win races, and then sell cars. So now they're winning races to sell cars. And by doing the race car thing, they're functioning as R&D. R&D is getting bigger budgets for R&D. They're building better cars. And now you get all of this cool stuff to buy on the regular market. You don't have to have a race car. So taking a look back at history all the way back from the very beginning, like I said, from the Colt Galant in 70 to what they developed in a Lancer in 73, the rally races that they won, moving all the way to current. When you look at all that stuff, all that heritage and the way that, the car and the company evolved together, how it helped each other to grow. I mean, things like this to me, personally, I find them to be really, really interesting. But every single time when you look at a car that does well or builds a name for itself, it's always through, right, like the racing, the R&D, the notoriety that they get from traveling around the world racing these cars. And I feel like really that, it just proves the point, that's why you race on Sunday, so you could sell on Monday.